to Blacksburg, Virginia, home to a team that brings this lunch pail each and every game, the Virginia Tech Hokies. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Virginia Tech's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the ground with the back. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Floats it out in space. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass.
Okay.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
You know, the field's about 50
Yeah, I'm talking about
yards
you.
wide.
What?
Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. First down here for the offense. Looking for a crease. It's Wade. Turns it on in midfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. They're bringing heat. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Ready to fire from the pistol. Give to the single back. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. Hokie, high tech, VPI got it rolling on the ground.
And Virginia Tech fans love that chant, and they love the physical ground game, the ability to run the football. That's kind of who they are. That's how they're built. Just a tough group of individuals.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll give it to the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And the Hokies have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it, open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Was to pass. He lost it high.
They're the wrong side.
And he makes the catch at the 10. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Hokies line it up with a 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Up and over. Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Setting up the screen. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Slips through the line. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, the offense is playing.
Looking deep. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. so close to cashing it in for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack. He's showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebridge, one of the all-time great names in college football history? Looking on, proud of what they're seeing from this young man. This dude has some skills.
This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming.
What the fuck?
Pass picked off.
You were with
And
the other
close
guy.
in on him after a good return on the interception. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the owner.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. With the catch, it's Wade.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Wade. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean.
Whoa. That was a pick six.
Crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He's loose. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now he's going for a big play downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hokies. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here come the Irish back on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point of the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Throws for the tight
Good
end.
pick, boy.
And that pass is intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Good ball.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
I'm going to right now. What? Oh, we got time. Huh?
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there. Just
fires up.
Not expecting him to go there.
Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes one man miss. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking for an open man on second down. To the end zone.
Where the fuck were you going?
And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Blacksburg.
And the Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
It's a runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. At the 45 on its way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Ah, fat man.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. The inside handoff. Shakes off the tackler. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Back to pass, it's Carr. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
Yeah, dog. Let's go.
The defense was right there. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch.
I was waiting on that one, boy. My dude, genius. Genius.
The Irish send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. A 3rd and long coming up here. Right down the middle. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that
ball is intercepted at the goal line. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Carr.
Let's go.
Going backwards, you have to
bitch.
Step up and they get it
Let's
for
go,
a safety.
bitch.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
Oh, fuck.
Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Give to the running back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. But they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try the outside to the left. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical.
And he takes it to the
What did I miss?
touchdown, Irish. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something
84
going.
yards, my ass. That motherfucker went like
Let's go
8.
to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Maryland has the lead right
Oh,
now,
shit, I got
but
the
if
edge.
This team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by just 1 over Michigan State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in.
Touchdown, Hokies! And the pummeling has started. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
The offense takes control of this football game. I tell you what, this offense doesn't wow you in every position. They've got some good players. They find a way to put drives together. They find a way to score. But this team is undefeated. This team is a force to be reckoned with, continuing to stay undefeated.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. He'll try to pop the draw, and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Fires to the middle. It's complete. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his... The interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They're trying to get to it. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job on it.
Intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. 1st down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man down the middle. Makes the catch and knocked down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. Finds a man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. To the air on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. And that is how we will wrap this one up. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative...